Hey yo, Shalom. We'll praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Hashem Rakakadash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. The rule well, man. And you know, Shalom to all the brothers out there doing work in sincerity truth. It's a brother from the GMS London camp. It's Amawan and Napash, and behind on the camera is Razal Muff. Yeah, just gonna be going into basically these guys. You know, you've got these wacky Christians that basically don't want to eat the raw fact and truth that we are, you know, the true Israelites, man. These guys are basically, they're trying to slot these guys in the land now, these fake so-called Jews, these Amalekites. They're basically trying to slot them in. Like, these guys are the guys that fulfill the prophecies. And they're the actual Israelites described in the Bible, man. But, you know, from whatever way you slice it, those guys just do not fit the bill in the slightest. First of all, they've got nothing to do with the Bible, man. These guys get into them witchcraft books, man. They get into them Talmuds. They get into them Kabbalahs, and they claim to deal with Torah. But these guys, they don't actually. These guys have got culture pork going on. These guys have got the biggest gay parade in the world. That's what these guys deal with, man. These guys aren't dealing with. They're not dealing with being being with the biblical identity of the Israelites. They're dealing with their own form of wickedness, man. You see videos over there. That place, the so-called Tel Aviv, that is looking like any city in the West. You can go to Rome and go to fucking Tel Aviv. You would not be able to tell the difference between the two. The way the people carry themselves, they're not the holy people of anything, man. They're a bunch of Edomites over there, and that's just where it is. But, you know, the Bible lets you know, and this is why these guys don't deal with the Bible, because if they were to deal with the Bible, then they would have to accept that they don't slot in any way. Even they so-called deal with the Torah, but they don't really deal with the Torah, because, bruv, the Torah is plain. You know what, get Genesis 49. You can drop like something if you got. Because
I'll do it.
If you, or if you wanna, brother can get it done.
Cool. For
Genesis 49 and from let me see.
What, Judah?
Yeah, just set the channel. Yeah. From okay, do from 9.
Cool. So it's Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is the lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
So Judah used to have that fire, that gumption, the energy to want to come against the so-called white man, and that persisted for a while. But hey, like it says in Acts chapter 5, man, it's not the Lord. It's going to come to naught. You got basically the only way that Jake is going to raise up is through the channels of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, through the scriptures. So basically, with all that, like Jake got put back, Judah got put back to sleep, man. That's the state they're in now. That's why they're out there fucking murdering each other up in Chiraqs. You know, like worshipping their women. The black woman's out. She's a renegade element. Is sucking on all kinds of yellow, white, pink, every color of cock other than some brown rod, man.
As well.
Yeah, some dusty ass fucking gray hairs growing out the tip, and then like she's still getting down on that. That's, you know, they're going off, man. We're going.
Yep. It says the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Yeah, and Shiloh, that's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. That's talking about the Messiah, the Hamashiach. So these guys are basically like, that alone is read the last part again until Shiloh come in the next bit.
Until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
So if the people are going to come together, then it needs to be under Yahweh Shai. So for these guys to be in the land, claiming it all together, then where's your Hawashai at? That's why these guys they don't fit the prophecy in any way, shape or form. They're a bunch of pretenders. They're fronting it, and a lot of them they don't even. A lot of them don't even. They know they're not even the real people, man. The people around them know that as well, man. It's only the peon level where people are actually thinking, okay, yes, we Jew.
Alright, if I could say something.
Yeah.
In the curses in Deuteronomy 28, in the last verse 68, it says that at the end it says, "No man shall redeem you." Okay, and you know, first of all, these guys never went into slavery in slave ships, but the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans did. Well, you know, they went into slavery over. They got massacred by the sword. Okay.
Well, the natives got taken over from America to Spain, man. A lot of them were used as slaves. It's in was it in the Bourgeois where they had them come and they were serving food. They had the natives come and they displayed. No, I don't think it was. I think it was something else. I can't remember. I remember someone mentioned it.
Yeah, but the true Israelites are looking forward to the Lord coming back, and they know that He's coming as a power, as the scriptures say, because we're actually dealing with the scriptures, you know. But it says that no man was going to redeem us; only Yahushua is going to redeem us, you know.
Yeah, but the Esau wars, it seems like what's his face redeemed them, innit? Balfour.
Yeah, Alpha Balfour, man.
Or Rothschilds.
Yeah,
because pretty much, the Rothschild just sat on them to be like, okay, yeah. Because the thing is before 1917, they weren't even thinking about going. They were like, oh yeah, the Jews need a land. They weren't even thinking about going to into Israel initially. But then, you know, that's the Lord had to set up for the sake of prophecy, man. Because you know, a bastard must needs dwell in Ashdod. Was there more on that? Oh no, that's what I wanted for 49. Okay, go on, do Ezekiel.
Right. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
Yeah, so them guys. Okay, where's the other tribes at? That's another very simple thing, man. These guys basically. This is why, like, they might mention the Torah and Tanakh, but they don't deal with the words of that, man. The Talmuds and the Kabbalahs is basically what they use over that, just to say, okay, well, you know, the Torah is just just the laws. They deal with it's just the laws. But hold on, there's prophecies, there's history, there's all kinds of records within the first 5 books of Moses. Yahushua mentioned it. That's I'm like, bro, these guys are a bunch of clowns, man. And the thing is, if you're a Christian, then those guys are going the fuck off. Because if you're claiming to be a Christian, what you believe about the Bible, that they just do not fit into that in the slightest. But then, if you actually truly read and believe in the Bible, it's evident that we are the people, man. So just like that, just shows these Christians they're not being spiritual. They're not dealing with the Bible. They're dealing with their own emotions and with an agenda, man. And the agenda is basically like those black niggers can't be Israelites.
I'll go a quick one. To Deuteronomy 28:46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You know, it's basically talking about all of yeah. So like it's talking about all of these curses. In fact, let me read 45 to just go into it. So moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Right, so there was a whole bunch of curses that were put upon a group of people, right, and they will be on those people for a sign, right, so that in the last days we can tell, alright, so, you know, who are the Israelites? That's one of the things, you know.
Because, hey, even Jake, there's like it was mentioned in, I think it was Romans, says, no, was it Romans? Falling away first?
Except there'd be a fallen
Thessalonians.
Thessalonians. Oh, yeah. Thessalonians.
Second Thessalonians.
Yeah, it says, like, until that man of sin being revealed. And it's like, bro, the falling away needs to happen, that was even happening in the time of Paul. Because all the letters that were being sent the vast majority of the churches within Asia Minor were going the fuck off. That's why they were getting letters to correct them. And what is it? I'm trying to remember exactly what I was saying. What was it you just read? Ezekiel.
Oh no, you read Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 28, 46. They shall be on thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Oh yeah, and it'll be on you forever. So basically, that means that until now, that sign should be evident. It's not a matter of okay. Well, the thing is, if the prophecies are fulfilled, then that should be evident all of itself, because it'll be a new heaven and a new earth. So you're not going to be able to. When we're in the kingdom, there's no one that's going to be thinking, "Wow, doesn't that kind of look like the Eiffel Tower?" Or like, isn't that that reminds me of Las Vegas. No, it's going to be a completely renewed planet, man. The air's you're gonna get you might, if you were to instantly teleport from now to then, you might breathe that air. The air's too pure. You start dying, man. You get oxygen poisoning.
To acclimatise to the pureness of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too much, man. You might start bugging it like, what? It's like, hey, Israelite, wake up. She'll be like, what?
Drink water.
Be like, there's no alarm. I can just, I can have a lie-in. Or you wake up, you're getting massaged, like there's a grape just there. It's like, yo, I was chilling in a place earlier. I've been riding my bike. I was sweating like crazy. I was like, you know what you need right now? Someone with a giant palm leaf, slowly fanning that shit in your face, man. Because they put them in them ancient films. Because that's the rewards that are waiting, man. Receiving, being that treatment as a king, man. And basically, no longer having all these stupid motherfucking nations denying who we are.
Yeah.
That as well, because having to go around and prove, actually, that's my identity. Or actually, that's my people. You got Edomites talking about the Spartans and the what's the other one? The kings of what I'm fucking saying. I'm thinking the Middle Ages. The kings in the Middle Ages fronting like Richard the Lionhearts and King James, King Charles II, black boy, fronting like these were little pasty white boys, man.
Despite the name, black boy.
The Vikings.
Yeah, they try the Black Knight. They try and say, oh yeah, it was a black armor. No, it's because it was a black fucking knight, man. He might have been particularly dark. The Moors.
Yeah.
Moor meaning black. Just like them guys in the chariots, not dark, black. That guy killed me, man. Okay. You keep reading that, man. Keep reading
So verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith Yahweh Shai, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
Yeah, that's so there's one. So okay, okay. Read that again, that verse again from the top.
And say unto them, thus saith Yahweh Shai, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen.
So the Most High said He's going to take the children of Israel from amongst the heathen. So that means that, okay, so that if Yahweh, look, when Israel was leaving Egypt, they didn't get like, okay, we're going to get a giant chariot, a train of Egyptian horses, and then you're going to climb onto those Egyptian chariots and ride off on that. Just like if you're going to, when we're getting taken to Israel, we're going to be up in the chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. We ain't going to be flying Air Emirates, man. We ain't going to be taking British Airways or whatever the fuck a German airline is called, man. Like,
Lufthansa. Was it Lufthansa?
It sounds
Lufthansa,
German. Yeah, Lufthansa. We ain't going to be taking no goddamn Lufthansas into the Holy Land, man. So that's first strike. Because they got taken over. Technically, it was the British, man. Because even before World War II, the first settlement, like the British went over there and started blowing up them so-called Palestinians, which they ain't got no claim to the land either. They're all like, oh, this is my home. They're going to receive a sharp backhand and a nuke, man, and some chains. and they're going to put the chains on themselves. Then they're going to go and start shifting some dead bodies and moving some bricks around.
Yeah, all black, go on, whip yourself.
Yeah, for real.
Whip hard.
Yeah, you might just have them like in teams, man. Just have them, you know what? I'm going to have you're going to whip him, you're going to whip him. So I was like, he's getting whipped, so he's going, fuck that, I'm going to make this guy feel it too. They're going to be going in, man. The guy's getting whipped, he's like, fuck that, you need to feel the pain. Yo, man, they're going to get trained and taught how to reverence the men of the Lord, man. I think there was a bit more on that.
There is still, there's quite a lot.
Yeah.
You keep reading.
Yeah, go on.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel.
One nation. So that means that the two sticks, they need to come together as one. So like, okay, I should be able to go to the land. Since Christians are saying these are the guys, why can't I go into the land and then just, you know, say, okay, well, like, is there any Ephraimites around? Can I speak to an Ephraimite?
Is there a Gadite around?
Yeah, innit? Where the Gadites at, man?
Can't.
I want to reason with him about, you know, his history. What, you got one?
Yeah, it says Isaiah 11:13 says, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, that enmity. Because that enmity exists now, man. It's like, especially a lot of these northern tribes, they basically just don't even want to have to, like, associate with some blackface niggas. And the thing is it's worse in, like, fucking, Brazil. Because Brazil, you had Jake from the West Coast carted off to their en masse. So they're just, like, basically in super close proximity with the Asherites over there. But then a lot of these guys, they'll still have hate. They're basically like the darker skinned ones, they'll be looking down on them. Then the lighter skinned looking ones, they'll be upholding that image. That mind slavery, the Esau's programmed into them from before, man. So it's just that enmity between them. That's just, it's, hey, we'll be like we were when David was around, man, linking up to mob on some heathens, man. Right. Heathens trying to roll through. They're like, look, I just can't. And then just Bazam, Gad from there, Manasseh from there, linking up. And then Judah just ride in. And then David just like pulled the sword out and just like, okay, he sees the commander for Gad. Spotted my man over here, spotted my... Bro, man, we're linking up. Hey, it's happening now through the spirit. When you're seeing the camps popping up all over the place. But it's going to be the whole nation, man. In the kingdom. Whole nation's going to be beat as one, man. And that's beautiful. Because you look at a lot of these other nations, man. They look after and they stick to their own. There was an article that was in The Guardian. I just read it. It was talking about how basically the Freemasons, there was a complaint made against them saying, oh, in the police force, Freemasons look after their own and like basically favour them with promotions, and they keep quiet things that they won't keep quiet, which is true because that's part of basically like what they agree to. It's like, look, you've got to look up before you're a police officer or you're a soldier or you're a politician. You're a Freemason. So whenever it's with a brother, you're going to help them out in that situation.
Yeah.
So that's true.
They got the same thing with the Jesuits.
Yeah. All these orders, man.
It's all like with us, man. You know, brothers. You know, hey, you know. I got this business I'm sitting on. Hey, man, you can come in.
Yeah, man. You can be a vice president, man. But it's but that's and the thing is that is just how that's just how shit is. Because any industry, any kind of realm you get into, you have to play favourites, man. Basically, they'll build. You have to get to rub shoulders with the right people. That's just how it is. The thing is, it's just the mass peons on the bottom. They believe, oh, you know, yeah, just anyone, just any opportunity is just there. That is a lie. That is an untruth. Is there more on verse thingy 21?
No, I'm on verse 22. There's some more on it.
Okay, go on. Let's see what's there.
Let me read that again. I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall...
That one king, man. Not one street, you know, King David Street, which that's all they seem to have. One king. And the thing is hey, that's just... Bruv. They don't even deal with that system, man. These guys don't fulfill that prophecy. And the thing is these are the kinds of things that, like, even the Christians, they don't deal with that, man. Christians are out there riding out for America and democracy. America's democratic system is wicked. All kinds of wickedness goes based. The origin of if you go what is it, Numbers 33 says a land, blood defiles a land, so it must be cleansed by shedding the blood of those that originally messed it up, man, to balance it out. There's all these kinds of things that basically hey, these are the things, this is what the Bible's actually about. A lot of people that read it, they don't know, like, okay, Onan, he wouldn't plow out his dead brother's wife, who's Judah's I believe, Onan. He wouldn't plow out his his brother's wife. So Most High had him finished off, man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of rawness that we're dealing with, man. Some youths went to Elisha and was like, come up thou bald head, come up thou bald, some brat niggas, and they got mauled up by she-bears, man. The what do you call it? The some of them fucking Babylonians. What was it about? Or Assyrians? I think it might have been Babylonians that were put in it was Babylonians that were put in Samaria by one of the kings. Because they weren't keeping the law in the land, they were getting messed up, man. Go on.
This is 1 Samuel 16:4. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, Comest thou peaceably?
Yeah, that's it. Because, hey, the judgment of the Lord's no joke, and it never has been. There's a reason why there's the saying destruction of a biblical proportion. Because the way the Most High gets down, he was like, hey, there was like, when the flood came, man, there was generations, bruv, there was a whole planet of people that got absolutely annihilated, man. And them motherfuckers, they were getting munched up by Leviathan, great white sharks, all that shit. Bear that going on. Bear's just like, as the rain starts coming down, all you're hearing on the side of the ark is, bear that going on the side of the ark. And then that was just, okay. Most High was like, yo, ain't even gonna fuck that. Hey, that's the level. That's what this thing's about. So that cotton candy, white pasty cracker, Jesus image, that's got nothing to do with the Bible. So that's a beautiful thing. The Lord's having the truth come out, and these guys, like the Christians, they've had they've basically been hogging most of, like, the main shine of all these so-called religions, but now they're getting completely made into clowns.
This is 2 Ezra 6:28. From what you said, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Damn, that's a beauty. Truth's coming out, because just like, hey, you go back, bruv, when in the Freemasons were set up in before then. Say the Illuminati was set up in 1776, and bruv, no one was talking about the Illuminati until like the 70s. That's what, 300 years? No, that's 200 years. I'm bad at maths.
90, yeah. We always just take
for real. Hey, that's like 200 years, and no one even knew about it. But now it's like, okay, you go down the street, everyone talks about it. That is basically truth coming out. But okay, drop that. Go to Nehemiah 1 and 8.
This is Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 8. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, if you transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations.
That's it, man. If we that's just another mark against these guys claiming to be Israelites in the land. Because basically, when we went off during the time of when Yahushua was on the scene, and all the myriad times previously, and even as recently as during the Dark Ages, when we were going off, every time we got messed up by the Most High and scattered and taken into different places, man. And that is just a history. You go throughout all the books of the scriptures, that happens time and again. But hey, these guys are they've taken it to a whole new scale, man. These men are in the land. They've got kosher porks going out. You know, they're having humongous gay parades. And when Benjamin was on some faggot shit, they had to get annihilated, almost to the point where there was no Benjamites left. Them guys had to get eradicated. That's how the Most High gets down, man. It's like even during the Dark Ages, man. Like Jake was going off heavy over the course of the Dark Ages, but then the Lord had various times, even Jerusalem, man conquered it during I think Second Crusade, or the Second Crusade was together. I think it was the Second Crusade where they gained Israel, the Templars, the Knights Templar, all these Christian Jakes. But the Lord had Salhadins come in and smash it up and nab it back from them.
Yeah, at the end of the Dark Ages are the Black Death, man.
Yeah, that Black Death, man. And that was a mess. I think it was 66.6%. It was a fucking amazing, spectacular amount of dead niggas, man, in the Dark Ages, man. So, the Lord gets down with passing the judgments on Israel. But these guys in the land, they are not receiving. The Lord's not dealing with them on the same way that Israel get dealt with, man. Just go and read. Is there more?
Keep reading on that.
Yeah.
Verse 9. But if you turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven, yet I will gather them from thence, and I will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there.
That's it. And once again, it's like, because right now we're got Jake by en masse is going the fuck off. They're worshipping white Jesus, worshipping so-called white man just in general. His system, his way of life, the beast system, a mighty hunter. They're worshipping basically all the ways of the West, and so that's and they've been scattered to the wind, man. You got Jakes out in South Korea. I was watching this fucking this New Year's in America, the New Year celebration. They had some South Korean boy band over there doing a full-on performance in America. I was like, what's going on? And the crowd was getting into it. They were singing along like they knew the lyrics. I was like, bro, these guys, I'm like, you gotta have some Jakes over there.
Yeah.
Because they're killing it. You see some of them breakdancing, and they're going in harder than Jake.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, there have to be some Jakes over there. So I was like, bro, that's just like, you got Jake everywhere, man. Goddamn, in the wastes of the Arctic Circle, Iceland. That's where that football team fucked up England.
Yeah.
If you started doing that at a pub after that match, you probably get fucking stabbed, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
Because people are upset, man. It's like, Iceland, that tiny island in the sea, man. But Iceland was a nesting point for a lot of these Vikings, man, which was some crazy ass, wild, murderous niggas, man. And even though they were crazy, murderous niggas, they ended up conquering fucking hell of the earth, man. France had to just give them, look, just take this county, man. Just whatever is yours, man. Please, just
Same with England, right? Same with England, they had to give them land.
No, England, they came and conquered it.
Straight up, yeah.
They actually just came and conquered it.
And
they
speak their language to this day.
Yeah. Man actually just came here and was like, look, William the Conqueror came, smashed it. And then it's like people were rebelling. You're just fucking them up. That's some fucked up shit, man. Well, that's, was there a bit more in verse 9? Or?
No.
Okay, cool. Grab Amos 3:1.
This is Amos chapter 3 verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh Shai have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's it. And that's one of the marking signs. Just like the brother brought out in Deuteronomy 28. The basically us being punished for our sins, that's one of the markers that lets you know who they are. And who did that? Okay, so Deuteronomy 28 verse 60. Who went into cargo slave ships, man? The yoke of iron. You put that in Google, just yoke of iron. You're gonna get a picture of a Jake with a yoke of iron on his neck.
And the thing about that is, can any of these nations say that? What nation can say that? Can the so-called Chinese say that they went into in their history they went into slavery in massive cargo slave ships into? They can't say that. They can't say that as a whole people that happened to them. The only people that can say that in history are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
No.
But then we still got to prove shit. We still got to fucking tell these guys who we.
These guys don't deal. The thing is these guys just don't deal with the Bible. It's as simple as that. Christianity is about doctrine. Same with these Talmudists, man. You know, I just wanted to read some of this read some of the spectacular details. Oh, I just closed it.
Can you keep scripture?
Go on.
This is Revelation chapter 3 verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And you know, of all the families of the earth, and it was Jacob that was picked, man. It was Israel that was chosen. Okay, and these guys, they're gonna get to know that, man. They're gonna get to know that the Lord really loved us, because you got these guys in this video, you know, talking about we go back to Abraham, of course with the people of the biblical, and you know they just sprout on that mantra that they've been growing up with. But they're like the brother was saying that they're not dealing with the scriptures. They're not actually dealing with what's in this the word, man. You know, the word says it plainly. There's going to be people that are going to be lying, saying that they're Jews, but really they're the devil, man. And you can see that from the way that they're behaving, the things that they're doing in that land. They're the devil, man. They are deceivers, man. You know.
Yeah, I got it. Well, it's okay. So I'm on this page, Judaism 101, and it's like I'm on the page Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism, and it says, funny enough, it says level advanced. So you need to be deep in them demons to start to get them deep mystical secrets. And it says, when non-Jews ask about Judaism, they commonly ask questions like, do you believe in heaven and hell, in angels or the devil? What happens to the soul after death? What is the nature of G-D and the universe?
Oh man, yeah, because hey, if I may, but because sure. It's in Malachi 1:14. I mean, that's not even the name of the Lord, but it's like G-D, because they believe you can't say the name of the Lord, right? This is Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth to sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, said the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathens.
Yeah, the name is afeared amongst them, man. That's yet another cut. Says the answers to questions like these define most religions. In fact, I heard some people say the purpose of religion is to answer these questions. Yet in Judaism, most of these cosmological issues are wide open to personal opinion. The areas of Jewish thought that extensively discuss these issues, Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism, were traditionally not even taught to people until the age of 40, when they complete their education in Torah and Talmud.
Yeah. Quick one.
Off.
On what you just said, they all believe in different things. 1 Corinthians 1:10, now beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. Okay,
read verse 3 of that, because it's just the exact same point.
Oh, okay, go on. So,
yeah, well,
this is
it's there. It's spirit.
Yeah.
This is back in Amos chapter 3 verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
That's it, man. So it's like that is confused. You can't have one guy saying, okay, well, when you go to heaven, actually, then you just, actually, all it's gonna be is there's gonna be chairs and there's dildos in those chairs, and then you just sit on there and you just get a fat dildo up your ass. That is literally what they're opening this to. You can just do anything. Come on, man. Witchcraft. And the thing is that is the doctrine of witchcraft. Yeah. Do as thou wilt.
Yeah. And then next we having kosher homosexuality.
Oh man, it's pretty much is.
They made it kosher.
Yeah. It's fucking trending, man. It says like, okay, so then this one is Kabbalah, the misunderstood doctrine. You know, of course, everything misunderstood until the demons already lodged so deep up your anus, you're a lost cause, man. Kabbalah is one of the most grossly misunderstood parts of Judaism. I have received several messages from non-Jews describing the Kabbalah as the dark side of Judaism, describing it as evil or black magic. On the other end of the spectrum, I received many messages wanting to learn about the trendy doctrine popularized by various Jewish and non-Jewish celebrities. These misunderstandings stem mostly from the facts of the teaching of Kabbalah being badly distorted by mystics and occultics. But the thing is that that's just BS. Because it's just like with with the Freemasons, where when you first start off, you might think, oh, this is just a, what's the word? A philanthropic organization. We're just coming together to, you know, just make the world a better place. But then you get deeper and deeper, and then when you get that 33rd degree, then you're just like, yeah, and then you're getting all up into them demonic channels of energy. Because this is you keep it quiet. That's how Esau runs, man. You keep shit on the DL, man. What does it say? These misunderstandings stem largely says Kabbalah was popular among Christian intellectuals during the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods, who reinterpreted its doctrines to fit into their Christian dogma. In more recent times, many have wrenched Kabbalist symbolism out of context for use in tarot card readings, other divinations, and magic. So it just seems like all this seems to lead to is left-hand side witchcrafts, man.
Got a few up. Exodus 22:18, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Yeah, simple as that, man. You're trying to break it down like, look, no, him using it for those, for which, no, he's misinterpreting. He's misusing. Bro, that is what the purpose of that is, man. And that's what pretty much all these guys get into. They don't deal with, it's not got anything to do with the scriptures. They've gone off and done their own thing, man. That's why they call it Judaism.
That's all like Christianity.
Yeah, because Christianity's, what was the purpose of Christianity? Even Christianity, man, what was the purpose of it? It was basically built just as a tool. It was a tool to bring together, to try and keep together the Roman Empire, man. Because Jake had overrun it. And they were getting into all different kinds of forms of worship. And they were like, okay, look, the chief one is like, he was like, okay, we want to bring this Christian thing, make it palatable for everyone. Everyone, you know, whatever they want. Oh, you want Christmas? Okay, there you go. Easter's, take it. It's yours.
It sounds like Islam as well.
Yeah, just in it. What, you like camel?
Can't.
No, don't worry, bro.
There's a pattern forming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was used as a tool. Yeah. You got something? Yeah. Okay. Go on. Do what? Is that? Huh? Oh no, go on. No, have you got something?
You said Zechariah?
Oh, that's cool for that? Yeah.
Just quickly. So Zechariah chapter 9 verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I'll cut off the pride of the Philistines. You called it earlier as well.
Yeah. Like bastard dwelling in Ashdod. Because that's you know, that's prophecy must need to be fulfilled, man. Yeah. And that's prophecy is the year of prophecy, man. Because 99.9%, the only way you're even going to be able to put together these scriptures is if you have understanding of the prophecies, man. If you don't know what Babylon is, if you don't even know what time period you're looking for, if you don't even know, like, it says the curses are going to be for a sign for all time. If you can't basically put together these prophecies and attach them to the modern day, you're not going to know what's going on. It says in Numbers, it's like Yahushua is going to smite the corners of Moab, man. If you don't know who Moab is, and you don't know who Yahushua is, how are you even going to be like? How do you know that's not you getting smoked? You need to have understanding of the prophecies, man, and that's an essential part. Get thinking Isaiah 11:11, because I wanted that, and I'll get.
Right, this is Isaiah chapter 11 verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
Paul said the Lord's going to set his hand. So, you know, hey, where does you know, like how is that's not Air Emirates yet again. So, you know, Lufthansa's. So if the Lord's going to set his hand, this is a thing where, and this is another thing, man. A lot of these Christians and these so-called Jew, all these guys in religions, they don't have no faith, man. They're carnal as fuck. Because we're not, hey, we're out here, we believe the words of this book. A lot of people don't believe, like you're watching videos of them so-called Jews, they were saying, oh, they thought these guys, these Christians, they're crazy. They thought this Jesus guy who walked on water and he did miracles. These guys don't have any faith. Because a lot of these guys are fucking heathens, man. And a lot of these Edomites are faithless dogs as well. They don't want to believe. Because the thing is, okay, you believe a guy can survive in the belly of a fish, a big fish, like for a matter of days, then hey, that takes hey, you just gotta have faith. Because the thing is take for example the ocean. If you ain't even gone to the full depths of the ocean, how do you know that's not even possible? There could be a fish with a fucking three-course free Michelin star restaurant in his belly, man. For all you know. And hey, that's the real, man. A lot of things you just gotta take by faith. Because it's like even we can link up the scriptures with who the prophecies with who we are, but we have to do it as by faith. You can get thing in Hebrews.
Oh yeah, Hebrews 8.
I think it's 11.
Oh, by faith, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 11 and 1.
This is Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, that's it. Substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And that's what a lot of people can't deal with. Because, hey, faith is a gift from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And basically, that gift will allow you to be like, hey, latch onto these scriptures and be like, look, I believe that's the truth. Because even a lot of these guys, these Masons and these guys on the left-hand side, they've got into certain things. A lot of these guys that do witchcraft, they'll cast spells and spells will succeed. Then they'll be like, oh, okay, so this works. So they're trying to kind of deal with it like, okay, well, you know, if I drop the wine at a 37-degree angle, and then like, okay, cut the blood from like the second joint of my pinky finger, then it has a higher success rate. But hey, we're basically just being like, look, man, because we're out here, we're already nobodies, man. We're already fucked as it is, man. Jake's done out here, so we have to deal with faith, man. Esau's got the kingdom already, and he's just trying. He's being a greedy bastard, man. He don't want to let it go.
Let's jump down to verse 6.
Oh, man.
This is verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's like without faith, it's impossible to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So that's why look, all these guys that may lay their hands on the scriptures, but hey, they ain't able to deal with it. It's the same because back the Greeks, they laid over, they put their images within the book of the law, tried to whitewash it. But hey, how well did that hold up, man? Hey, the Lord gave us the truth, man. We already know, and it's the words are in there, man. And the main thing is like what was it? What I wanted to finish on. Main thing is that like you Christians and you any other nation that's claiming to be the true Hebrews, because them what do you call it, bubble-headed Cushites are trying the same thing. You're not the guys, man. You and it's going to be evidence, man. Prophecy is basically king in proving who it is, who's who in the scriptures, man. Prophecy is king. Because that's why it's like, even in the Genesis, the first book, why is it, okay, let me, when Jacob's going to die, it says, okay, gather around. Let me tell you what's going to befall you in the last days. Prophecy is essential, man.
And I understand in each different tribe as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So let me read this and then we can close on that. Unless you got anything.
No.
Okay. Revelation, you got something?
No.
Revelation 19 and 10, and it said, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And it's the year of prophecy. So yeah, like the testimony of Yahushua is prophecy. That's how you can basically decipher who he's dealing with and who's not. Because you ask these Christians, you ask these other guys, okay, has a Messiah come? Who's XYZ in history? Has this prophecy come to pass? These guys are trying to say that Obadiah has already happened, but there's no evidences of the eradication of the Edomite race.
It's not recorded anywhere that you've had a group of people stuck in pits.
Yeah, and burned.
And burned.
But you know, there's all kinds of genocides that are recorded. But they know who motherfuckers are getting gassed in Auschwitz. They were movie theaters.
Hey, come.
Shit. Alright.
Biggest lie ever told, man.
Yeah, for real. That's, you know, and it's so, surprise.
Yeah.
It's the biggest, grimiest, wide-nosed, long beak-nosed ass devils that brought that about.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. No, leave it there. Say, all praise to Yahweh, and double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Shalom, man.